Hi everyone and welcome back to FXR, the brand new league on Xbox One on F1 2020, and we're here today for the 6th round of the season, the Spanish Grand Prix. Here's Q1 then. A bit of a surprise actually in the first knockout session then with someone not managing to set a time there and going out in the first session, but we managed to make it through thankfully into Q2 where we were on the medium tyres then, had a bit of a scruffy end to the lap there, but this time was good enough for us to get through thankfully then on mediums, although it's probably not going to matter because there is rain forecast for the race, but some people still opted to go with the medium tyres then, although that didn't quite pay off their third lap because he ended up getting knocked out in 11th position there, so bit of a shame for him there. On to Q3 now then, and here is our best lap time then at the end of Q3. Hoping for another pole position here then, hoping to convert that into another victory and keep this strong season that we've got going, keep that going in the right direction then. Obviously it's been a much better start than we could have hoped for really. We've been we've had 4 wins then from the first 5 races, and the one we didn't win we were second and had the fastest lap, so yeah, it's been very, very good for us so far, but obviously we can't let that drop. We've got to keep on doing the best we can every race, because obviously there's still a very, very long way to go then. 17 races still to go, including this one, so obviously it's still anyone's really in the championship, and plenty of time for people to catch back up, maybe even people who aren't even in the league yet, maybe, because someone could easily join and be competitive, I guess. So we come to the end of this lap now then. We're on an improved time here, so we're looking pretty good as we come to the line, and it is another pole position for us then, so obviously that is exactly what we would have wanted then, and yeah, that's put us in a very good position then for the race tomorrow. Pyro is second, Psycho Swish is third, and Manzi then is in 4th. We've got Jono back on the grid today as well then. He didn't set a time though, unfortunately. They're only down in 9th place, but yep, should be a very interesting race then, with it being wet all the way through then according to the forecast. A 2-stop strategy is what the team are expecting here then. I don't know if it would be possible to do a 1-stop here like going into this. I was thinking that if I could, I'd like to try and extend it, my stint, and be able to do a 1-stop, so we'll have to see exactly how that goes here then, but obviously we need to make sure we get this start right, and make sure we get a good launch here and try and maintain our lead if we can. We have had good pace when it's rained so far this season, so hopefully that will continue today then, as we're now on the grid and the lights are coming on now. Away we go, and it is obviously a very tentative start from everyone, but I think we've had a pretty good launch there. Psycho Swish has had the best start though of the front runners, and he's having a look at us then towards Tim 1. We defend the inside line. It looks like we're going to reach the first corner in the lead, and that's indeed what happens then. But yep, Psycho Swish looking quite menacing behind us then in these first few corners, and we'll have to watch out for him here then, but it looks like we've done about just enough then to stay ahead for these first few corners, as we are now then round turn 4, and we'll see a replay of the start, and I think maybe a jump start there from one of the McLarens. I'm not sure. Quite a few cars going a bit wide there at the start, obviously going like 4 or 5 wide at the back, but yeah, it was Psycho Swish who had the best start then of the front runners, but couldn't quite go from 3rd to 1st there. We managed to maintain the lead, and we are still in the lead then, and we managed to put out a bit of a gap then by the time we reached lap 3, and then a big turning point actually in the race there, because Psycho Swish has disconnected. He can get back in, but obviously it's going to cost him time while his AI car is going around. He does join again by the end of the lap, but as you can see he's losing places on to Pyro and to Jono, so yeah, that is a bit of a setback for him then in this race, and that has given us a nice bit of cushion here then of a couple of seconds, which we managed to carry all the way through to our pit stop lap then. And I was saying about I wanted to try and eke the tyres out then to maybe do a 1-stop, but it wasn't looking possible here. The front tyres were, well, certainly the front left then was wearing out quite badly. I guess as you'd expect on a clockwise circuit, a lot of long fast right-handers here, so yeah, the front left was certainly taking quite a beating around this track, and we did have to stick with was the schedule really and pit on lap 11 then for what will be a 2-stop as it stands, and we now then for our stop we get held a bit for Pyro coming in there, but that shouldn't affect us too much. Hopefully then Jono stays out. It's going to be close with Pierre, I think, and the McLaren here then, as out of the pits we come, going in to overtake them, try and get some good straight line speed down the straight, and it looks like we are going to stay ahead then, and we will emerge in second position with Jono 15 seconds at the road, but we'll have to see what he does in terms of strategy here then. If he's going to try and do a one stop, we'll have to wait and see, but for now we're looking, I think, still in a decent position, as we did close into Jono quite a bit then over the next few laps, taking about 4 seconds out of him there, and he does eventually fit down on lap 14, so he did manage to make the tyres last a bit longer than the rest of us then, and that may well have set him up nicely then for later on in the race, depending on how the tyre wear is over the course of the race. But he is now in then, and we retake the lead of the Spanish Grand Prix, so it's looking pretty good for us then at this stage. Got just under 4 second gap to Pyro. Jono is about to exit the pits now, I believe, and he is 10 seconds behind, and then Psycho Swish is nearly 15 seconds behind us, so not looking too bad at this stage then, as our teammate is actually at the race and Sasso Shingford there. Looks like he's crashed in the I think turn 8 or 9, I can't remember which corner number that is. That actually brings out a virtual safety car. It's actually quite fortunate for us that that wasn't about half a lap earlier, because that might have given Jono quite a bit of an advantage there in the pits, but nonetheless, and it worked out well. It didn't make much difference to the race there up at the front for us there. But then another big turning point in the race is Psycho Swish is now out of it then. He has crashed in that chicane of, I believe actually is turn 7 and 8 there. Bit of an unusual place to crash there, but yeah, he's looks like he's spun out there, and yeah, that's race over for him. So that is obviously big for the race and also big for the championship as well then, because he was second going into this race. So if we win this then, we're going to build out a big gap over him potentially. As we come in then for our second stop, we went with the schedule really. I was just thinking, well, there's no chance of making the tyres last 22 laps, so yeah, we just came in here then for another stop for intermediate tyres. They should take us to the end. The only slight concern was that the track was very, very slowly drying, even though it was consistently raining, it was consistently light rain, and the track did not look very wet at all. It looked like it could easily be dries with just if it was just a little bit drier, you could easily go on slick tyres here. So I'm not going to lie, this was a bit of a nervy lap actually, waiting for Pyro to pit, which he does do, because I was thinking this could cross over quite soon, but thankfully that wasn't the case for us. Well for the race then. Pyro does pit, so now it's just Jono then 7 seconds at the road. Obviously he made his first set of tyres last a bit longer, so we'll have to see then if a one stop is at all possible, as it was getting very close and we had caught up to 2.5 seconds and he had still not pitted by lap 27, but now he does eventually come in then. I think he must have been getting into puncture range there, because he managed to go so far there, but just couldn't quite go the distance there, and that could have been quite a grandstand finish really if he had managed to stay out there. But nonetheless then we retake the lead then with 6 laps to go, and I think we're looking pretty good at this stage then, as Manzi has crashed out of the race and we had to take a wide line there, because yeah, his car didn't go for some reason, so that could have been a bit nervy there. And then on the penultimate lap, just a lap and a half to go, and DRS is enabled, so yep, it is still raining, but the track has now dried enough for DRS to be enabled. So in theory, if this had come a few laps earlier, then we may well have seen some pit stops for slick tyres, and that could have made things really interesting depending on exactly when where people were in the lap really when yeah, that call came to go onto slicks. But for us though, it's been quite a comfortable drive out the front then. we're going to take the checkered flag, and it is 5 out of 6 so far for us then this season. We win the Spanish Grand Prix, and yep, it's a good run to the season. Well, to start the season, keeps on going then as we are on the top step of the podium once again. And yeah, just a bit of a shame really that Psycho Swish there, who was looking pretty good near the start, sort of had issues almost right from the start really with that disconnection, but nonetheless we managed to outpace, I guess, Pyro and Jono and the rest, I guess. So yeah, quite happy with that result. And the fastest lap glitched here, so we actually got the fastest lap as well, so that's another point there. So that's obviously quite good for us as well then. So yeah, we win then. Pyro second, Jono in third. I believe Pierre is actually fourth because Calvano disconnected right near the start and his AI somehow ended up fourth there. So in the championship then, with Psycho Swish not scoring any points and us scoring 26, that has given us a huge margin now then in the championship. I don't have the standings with me at this stage, but I believe we have about, I think it's 78 point lead that we've got in the championship then, so it is looking very, very good for us at this stage. Not much, well, not much if anything has gone wrong for us so far. Obviously that can all change, you never know with co-masters. Obviously there's quick drivers in this league, so there's still plenty of time for everything to turn on its head. But yep, for now we've just got to enjoy this very good start to the season that we've had, and hopefully keep it going then, as next race will be possibly the most interesting one of the season then, the Monaco Grand Prix, and I'm already looking forward to that one then. So yep, hope you enjoy this one, and hopefully see you next time.